design. Or
Captain America, when they first show him, or was it Captain America? With the face on the magnifying glass.
Right.
And then he pulls away, and it's an actual, it's an actual person.
I would be 100% down for him being MODOK. Don't know if they'll ever go that route, especially now that Chris Evans seems to not be returning. It'll be interesting. Actually, the What If show. There was actually Jeff Goldblum dropped some news that he had gone in to record some audio and ran into Robert Downey Jr., who had previously been unconfirmed as returning to that show. So it seems like he maybe accidentally dropped that Robert Downey Jr. is returning for What If. Chris Evans, I think, was the other major one that has not been confirmed at this point for returning for that show. So we'll see if he does. It's gonna be kind of hard for him not to. I mean, the premise of the What If show is that they're gonna do an episode for each movie that's come out with one minor change, and Chris Evans has been in like 6. Like he's had a starring role in like 7 movies, because the 4 Avengers movies and his 3 solo movies. Yeah. As well as made cameos in like the Spider-Man movie. He made that quick cameo in Thor: Dark World. I don't think he needs to provide audio for those ones, but for the other ones, I would think it's going to be really hard for them to get around unless they just find a voice actor that can.
I almost forgot about the cameo in Thor: Dark World. That is such a bad movie.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'd definitely say it's in the bottom 5 or 3 of the Marvel Universe.
I would agree with that, but it's kind of hard for me to say that there's anything in the Marvel Cinematic Universe I would classify as bad. I like all of them.
Besides Marvel, DC doing anything right now?
No, DC does nothing. Yeah, no.
DC does nothing. They just sit there and are happy about it.
No, there's obviously out there. It recently became the what?
What happened? That's all I said. I said what happened.
Well, you gotta talk louder.
I was trying to be like.
Actually, there was some talk about the new Black Adam movie with The Rock.
Yeah. I want to talk about that too. But Joker just recently became, I think, the most profitable comic book movie of all time. That's based on its profit margin from like its budget to how much it made, because it passed $1 billion worldwide. But like a lot of these Marvel movies that like Endgame is technically has made the most money in movie history. Like it finally passed Avatar.
Probably had like a $400 million budget.
But yeah, it had a huge budget, and so I think the way they're calculating this is more based off of percentage rather than just raw dollar amount. So they're saying, hey, I mean, if you're DC and you're fighting against the MCU, you got to do whatever you can. But Joker's obviously been a hugely successful, and so they actually did an interview with Todd Phillips, who is the director of the movie, and he talked about. They previously kind of talked about this being a standalone, but now they're saying that it's kind of he's open to a sequel. And I want to get his exact quote, because he kind of said that he wanted to do it only if he thought that it made sense. I'm trying to find.
This sounds like the embodiment of the Mr. Krabs meme, where you ask him, "What motivated you to consider a sequel?" Money.
Right. Yeah.
It's always about money, though. I mean, that's
the director said it would have to have some thematic resonance in a similar way that this does, because I think that's ultimately why the movie connected. It's what's going on underneath. So he's basically saying, that the only way he would come back to do a sequel, and probably Joaquin Phoenix the same, is if they really felt connected to the script, which isn't that most artists? I don't know.
I mean, you would think so,
Joker
but some
2,
people.
We live in a society.
By the way, this is the guy that made Hangover 2 and Hangover 3, so clearly making sequels that aren't as good as the first one, right up his alley.
Exactly. I mean, what do y'all think? Do you think they should make a Joker 2?
No.
No from Frank.
Frank says no. Why not, Frank?
Leave it alone. I mean, it was a good movie for what it was. I mean, it was entertaining, and at the same time, it was, different. I mean, why are you going to try to, catch lightning in the bottle, I guess?
Sure.
A second time, when you've already, made a statement the first time.
Sorry, what do y'all think? Oh, quick, on a side note, so if y'all are watching the cameras and I keep switching away from mine, we are having live internet issues, so I apologize. I'm trying to fix it on my end as much as I can. So I apologize if you guys see me look at my phone or look down while you're watching these videos. I just wanted to say sorry first before we get any further. Just we are having those issues, but 8:00 p.m. if you are watching this live, it gets uploaded to YouTube right away after we're done. So if you have issues, just wait about 20 more minutes and it'll be up on YouTube. So just want to say that.
Yay.
So yay! So sorry guys. That's why y'all keep seeing me look down here though. What do y'all think though? Do you think they should make a Joker too? What do y'all think?
I was already against the idea of a Joker solo movie to begin with.
I mean, same, and I love the Joker.
From what I've read about the film, it definitely treads, or not treads. It uses a lot of plot points from is it the King of Comedy, I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Served as heavily as a source of inspiration, and while that was a good move, probably, especially with Robert De Niro being in both movies.
Sure. Obviously,
I don't think the Joker's.
Financial perspective.
We'll see.
Oh. Well, it's going to make money because Joker is, just as popular as Batman.
Well, he's the #1 villain on the top 100 almost every.
And I think we needed that redemption, especially after Suicide Squad. Everybody was so disappointed with that Joker. Okay, I shouldn't say everybody, because there are some people who really did like him. Some people had that Robin theory in there, but
eat cyanide too.
yes, bites.
There's also kids that eat pink chips, Aaron.
Right.
Actually,
I agree with that. But
on that note, have you seen all this buzz about release the Snyder cut of Justice League?
Oh,
God, I'm so done with that.
Me too.
So
Me
done
too.
with it. Zack Snyder. First off, Zack Snyder has made a lot of movies that I think are visually stunning, but narratively have a lot of problems, including his 3 entries into the DC universe, which is Man of Steel, which is Batman vs Superman, and half of Justice League, or however much you want to. I don't need to see his realized version. Justice League was fine. They did not do a good job with setting it all up. They didn't do a good job with those characters.
No.
I don't know why they killed off Superman in Batman vs Superman. That was a terrible decision. And
They were.
I don't need to see any more of Zack Snyder's universe.
The thing is with Zack Snyder's universe, he actually has commented live about it a few times.
Oh,
too,
a
I
ton of
noticed.
times. He's the
And
one that
he's-
is perpetuating this.
Yeah, because he wants it out there, and to me, as a director, I think that's kind of a jacked up idea because you're throwing Joss Whedon under the bus at that point. Like, oh, it's his fault this movie sucked, not mine. But
The movie didn't
literally,
even suck. Justice League is better than Batman v Superman, and Batman v Superman was all
about
Zack
Martha.
Snyder.
It was all about
I
Martha.
I will agree with you on that. I do have one thing to say about Snyder. He's great if he does a straight adaptation because 300 and Watchmen, great movies. Anything where he has an original story to adapt, not so good.
Cindy doesn't look like she agrees with your great movies.
Robert's
There.
calling you out, man.
I don't know.
What do you say, man?
You didn't like Batman vs Superman either.
I didn't. I thought the best part in there was Wonder Woman. And
Not Martha?
no, not Martha. I was so done with Martha. I was so done with Martha.
300 I'll give you. I think that's a really good
I
adaptation.
agree.
I think it's a good movie.
Because it's literally word for word, panel for panel.
Yeah, right.
There was a lot
Watchmen,
that's-
I think there's a lot of good stuff, and there's also, it fails miserably in a couple of key casting choices. For me, Ozymandias, I think is terribly cast. I think Silk Spectre is terribly cast. And so I actually like what he did narratively with the end of the movie, changing kind of the ending of the comic. I thought that really worked. But I think for me, you have to get all those characters right, and he did. So.
I would agree with you on those two. But I really did like what he did with the comedian. I did like that character.
Now that was a good casting
Jeffrey,
That was
choice.
a good
Jeffrey Dean Morgan was perfect as
Yes.
comedian. Jackie Earle Haley as Rorschach, perfect.
Perfect.
But Malin Ackerman and I don't even remember Matthew Good. I think is Ozymandias. Ugh.
Exactly.
Ugh. It was like, this is not Ozymandias. He's supposed to be like I don't know. Like, give me Matthew McConaughey as Ozymandias. Like that, I would have been like, yes.
I don't think that affected the movie as much though, because Ozymandias was not directly involved in like the vast majority of the story. He only became an important character in the last act.
In the movie, in the comic, he's all over it. I just reread the comic. Ozymandias is all over that comic.
I still feel like he's just in the background for most of it.
Nah.
The focal point is not on him, and on purpose because he's the one doing all the machinations in the background.
Yeah, I mean, spoiler alert, but yeah.
But it's like you said, it's Snyder's trying to cram all the good parts of the comics
Sure.
into one movie.
I think
Like you got the death of
You can't
Superman,
do
and
that.
then you have.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you have the.
I
whole
would think
Batman versus Superman, and then.
I think this problem plagues a lot of comic book movies, but especially on the DC side, where they're trying to pull from the top 5, Batman comics you must read, but like, why not focus on one and what worked in that one instead of trying to pull from everything? You have like this soup that just doesn't work.
Could always follow the Marvel comics.
At the same time, it's the same problem that back if I dare mention this, I guess.
Go for it.
Daredevil, Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
They tried to shove 5 different stories into one movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it flopped, it tanked, it was horrible, and then you put Ben Affleck in it. I hate Ben Affleck in superhero movies.
I mean, I don't
So
hate Ben Affleck, but
he's not
He's
good.
he's been in bad superhero movies. I don't know that that's his fault.
It
he
is
was
his fault,
one of the
too.
better parts of Batman versus Superman. Batfleck was actually not all that bad.
Because he's a good billionaire guy. He's that
He's a-
cool
yes.
Charismatic type
Yeah,
of
he's-
guy.
he's a good
He's great.
playboy.
He's a good,
Yes,
he's a good Bruce Wayne.
because that's how he is in life.
He's a good Bruce Wayne. I don't know that he's a good Batman. I don't think, and this is where I'm gonna be. I don't like any of these cinematic Batmans that have ever been on screen because they all kill people, and that's not Batman. Okay.
I mean, originally Batman did.
No,
Sorry?
no, it's Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton kills so many people.
But you thought he was a bad Batman? We're gonna go outside and fight right now.
Oh,
Kill
oh.
people. Okay, Batman does not kill. That is his one
Someone-
rule. I don't kill. It's Batman's rule. Like literally, that's what he does.
Adam
How far
West
back-
was an amazing Batman.
There
Hold on.
are
I was like, wait, hang on. here.
original Batman, obviously, in when he was first introduced.
He's never killed
He
me.
killed
killed
some people.
everybody.
He killed some people, and then they reset that character like 65 years ago.
Yeah, they did.
And since then, it's only been very,
They're like, oh, shit,
very
I'm Batman.
minor
Yeah.
offshoots where he's done it. It's
Well,
like Elseworld stuff.
I'm sure, like, I don't know if you ever read the comic. I'm pretty sure Frank had, where he like leaves the one guy locked in a cave, and he doesn't kill him, but he doesn't save him. He basically starves him to death.
Yeah, exactly.
This is
I don't
like,
have
oh.
to kill you. I
I just have to ever
save,
feed
I don't have to
you.
save you. You know, whatever.
Just leave you in a cave for
Right,
the next
and
a week and be
this
dead.
is what I will say is that the
We'll come back.
Christopher Nolan Batman trilogy at least paid lip service to the fact that he
It
didn't want to
did.
kill. Like at
I
least
don't have to kill you.
right. Like
I don't gotta
I love in Batman Begins. There's that scene where he's like, you know, they're telling him to like kill this guy. You know, like this is how you become one of us. You have to kill this guy. Don't ask questions. Just kill him. And he's like, no, I'm just gonna blow up this entire house full of ninjas because I don't want to kill one guy. I'll kill all of you. And you're
But
like,
they're ninjas. They vanish.
right. It's one of those things where you're like, you know, like I appreciate you going like that's my rule. I'm not gonna kill this guy that I don't know anything about. But then he literally just turns around and kills all these other people.
But see, that reminds me.
It's got a lot of Batman Begins.
I want to say
Yeah.
he's like, he'll be fine. They're ninjas. He's
Sure.
But it's amazing.
No, they
that,
just
like,
disappear. Like they just
Right.
vanish, right?
I'm gonna let the Joker go on this one, and then
Right.
but that guy that's just trying to feed
Well,
his family.
And that's
No.
I'm just gonna kill him.
and that's the issue that I have with all of those movies is how can you justify not killing off a character like the Joker if you show him killing other people? And like especially in like Batman vs Superman as he's introduced, his Batmobile has machine guns.
Yeah.
And just like
It's
he's
decked out
willing
with
to kill
guns.
everybody, but also in this universe,
How do you
Joker
know
exists.
they're not rubber bullets? Though?
Because the cars explode.
Flames coming out of the gun.
There's
cars
also like that
explode.
scene where
You
he's
know how boring it'd be without explosions?
that scene where he saves Martha. There are so many people that get like slammed
Oh, yeah,
into
his
walls
neck.
and stuff like
The guy's
he's
neck
a
just
100%
I
killer.
think-
And Zack Snyder has even addressed it and said, yeah, he kills people, like, you know, and I'm like, okay, well, then that's not Batman. Like, that's your version of Batman, Zack Snyder.
Because
And that's,
Zack Snyder hates superheroes.
well, and that's my thing, is like,
He does.
Zack Snyder's interpretation of my favorite DC characters, like Batman, and like Wonder Woman, and like Superman, I don't care for. You mentioned, Cindy, that you liked Wonder Woman and Batman v Superman. I could not stand her. I love the Solo movie. I think she's amazing in that. In that movie, I think it's it's not Wonder Woman. I'm so, ugh.
She just had to be like, oh, y'all doing this? Well, we have a bigger issue. And that was it. And that's what she did.
Yeah,
That
I
is
wouldn't
exactly
even
what she
compare
did.
the two. It's just she was like, hey, I'm in a hi, and then, oh, hey, I'm here for the final fight. Who's she? I don't know. Let's fight.
Okay, well, let's stop talking
So,
about
yeah.
Batman versus
So,
Superman.
I
because
agree.
Moving on to
I can talk about that all day.
because we got about 10 minutes. So moving on to the gaming side of it. I know
Yeah.
I let everybody rant. too
No, we're
at the
good.
same time.
We're
So
good.
Microsoft Scarlet news has come out. So Microsoft Scarlet, if you don't know anything about it, is going to be get out. Just go. Just go.
All right, fine. See you later.
Don't forget your bag on the way out. So Microsoft Scarlet is the new Xbox coming out. I mean, we've had the original Xbox, we've had Xbox 360, Xbox One, codename Project Scorpio, and now we have Xbox Scarlet, which I'm guessing that name's sticking. It hasn't changed. That was kind of just the project name while it was being made. This is, again, another gaming console Microsoft is making. They're making different versions. They're making kind of like your entry level and then kind of like your gamer level versions of these. So they're going to have two versions. But if we take a step back and look at what they did with the Xbox One when it first launched, at their price points, what they've done over the last few years with it, with the Xbox One X and the Xbox One X, which, again, if you don't know anything about games, Xbox original, just your regular console, plug it in, 1080p. Your Xbox One S would stream upscale everything to 4K. So if you had a 4K TV or UHD TV, it would make everything look prettier. All your games, all your movies would just look nicer. With your Xbox One X, it is true 4K. So the game's playing 4K. It upscales older games to look nicer, and it actually plays video and newer games that come out in 4K if they are built that route. So it's a very powerful system. But the price point was always high. It was, $500 when it first came out. It really hadn't dropped too much. Every now and then they do some sales for $250 for the Xbox One S. So everyone's kind of been questioning, like, what is Microsoft going to do this year? How are they going to price it? And Phil Spencer, who is the head of Microsoft Xbox, has commented on it that this generation, they've learned a lot. They've learned that, hey, we screwed up, I think. And he said that I would say learning from the Xbox One generation is we will not be out of position on power or price. Spencer told The Verge, which is one of the companies he was talking to, if you remember the beginning of the generation, we were $100 more expensive, and yes, we were less powerful, and we started Project Scarlet with a leadership team in place with a goal of having a market success. So what he means with that, guys,
They want to make money.
Yeah, they want to make money. When Xbox One X came out, and I'm sorry, Xbox One came out and PlayStation 4 came out, it was $100 more expensive than PlayStation, and yes, it is less powerful until they came out with the Xbox One X and Xbox One S, which have put PlayStation on the ropes when it comes to power, but of course that price.
Personally,
I'm gonna crush my Doritos.
I think the Kinect on Xbox One or Kinect 2.0
Yes.
would have succeeded if it had not been for the original Kinect being kind of a messy, buggy mess. Because Kinect 2.0 was actually a really impressive piece of technology.
It really was. I'll give you that.
But yeah, again, a lot of gamers still just didn't like it being forced down their throats. I get why they did it, because they wanted more games to actually support it and increase development for it. But at the end of the day, gamers just do not like things being forced on them.
No, they really don't. So are y'all going to pick up the next Xbox if you could?
I'd like to. I'm not sure what's going to be on PS5 at this point. This is the first generation where I actually own all three consoles, which is kind of new.
Yes.
So that's nice.
Oh yeah, it's been a while. I'm right there with you. I just picked up my Switch. The Switch is like the more recent one I bought, but yeah, I'm so happy to have it.
Well, that gets the most playtime for me, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. You can really count on a Nintendo first-party title to be really amazing. I just dropped like 50 hours into Breath of the Wild.
See, I can't do RPGs. Kristen, his wife, she can. I can't.
Zelda's not an RPG.
Oh.
Just gonna say that right now.
She'll yell at y'all later, I'm sure.
That could be a talk for another time,
Just
though.
No,
Right.
yell at him later. Not me. Yell at him later. I was not involved in this.
She's like, keep me out. I am done.
It's like no.
That's cool. I mean, that's like the big one I saw Microsoft drop. He said DreamHack had some stuff, some controversy.
Oh, okay. So,
Wait.
Sometimes
Okay.
a soundboard.
since I'm new to the podcast,
We've got a live soundboard.
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can you
we're
do
good.
explosions for me, please?
yeah.
There you
So,
go.
Soundboard's not supposed to be on camera though, so.
Oh.
Hold on. Let me post for you.
Switch it around. Yeah.
I got this, guys.
All right.
okay. So, just so you guys know, I'm actually the resident FGC guy. I've been playing competitive games since 2007. Anyways, so I'm part of a Facebook group called Talkin Online Matchmaking, which is run by a good buddy of mine. And so some drama happened at DreamHack Atlanta in the Tekken scene. So a player whose handle goes by the name of Glaze, I guess like Glaze Donuts.
Is he 500 pounds?
not really sure what these guys look like, to be honest. But the story goes something about some guy claims he was shoved, and in retaliation, he decided to swing a motorcycle helmet
What the heck?
at this guy, giving this guy like a near concussion.
Right?
After the scuffle, the guy with the motorcycle helmet ran away. The cops took him in, but then they let him go. And he claims because the cops let him go, he is innocent. There are definitely sides on both stories saying, I never shoved him, and a lot of accusations that the guy with the motorcycle helmet is notorious for getting in confrontations with people. But he is definitely banned from DreamHack Atlanta, after this kind of kerfuffle. There was definitely a hot couple of memes made afterwards, like, oh, hey guys, new accessory in Tekken 3. So showing a motorcycle helmet, naturally.
That's
So
my new weapon of choice.
Yeah.
definitely been, some, nice bit of drama for the
It's
FGC.
been a week for swinging helmets at people. If you're an NFL follower, somebody's swung
Yeah,
a helmet
and-
on the field at someone too.
That's right.
Yeah, that was in a Pittsburgh Cleveland game. So yeah.
That's so
apparently
interesting.
That's
Yeah, actually,
two
yeah.
helmet swinging incidents in 1 week.
I realize, it's like this, meme cinematic universe where I'm like, oh, that's why the film with the football helmet. Okay.
Sports and geek stuff coming together. I think I'm the only sports fan here. So
Maybe that's where you got the idea.
No, Frank is too.
Frank is too. So.
I stopped watching sports.
Frank's like,
where I
yes,
work.
yes, this is true.
I couldn't watch them anymore. I'm done with sports. I
That's
hate
fine.
sports.
I've been
Except
brainwashed
UFC.
into games only, so
From where I work, I have to watch sports, and so I don't watch sports now.
that's fair.
So I'm done with sports. But I think that pretty much wraps everything up, doesn't it? I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've pretty much gotten through everything that we wanted to talk about. Obviously, new episodes of The Mandalorian still coming out. New episodes of Watchmen
Yes.
coming out. This, just very briefly, 5 episodes in now in Watchmen. The most recent episode was my favorite yet. I'm 100% hooked now. I think
Nice.
before I was kind of 1 foot in the pool, 1 foot out.
Yeah.
Totally on board with this series now. Super
So-
excited to see where it goes.
Awesome. And one other thing I do want to mention, since we've had issues, I forgot about it. But we do have a giveaway going on, guys. So if you go to our Facebook page, you can go to the post. It is already up there thanks to our lovely executive producer, his wife. So,
She's the best.
aww. You just wanted those brownie points. I don't think they count. I don't think she's even caring to watch
I'm
anymore.
gonna make sure she watches that part.
So there is a giveaway, guys. Go onto our Facebook page. Go look at it. All you gotta do, share the post, like the page,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's your entry. So make
Boom.
sure you like the page and you share it. Boom, done. That's it.
2, 3.
And you have a choice between a.
Yeah,
I was like, wait, where was the third?
yeah, I was like,
So let's- So where
Well,
definitely
it's
go
like the page,
Really?
share the post, and number 3 is be entered for the prize. There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
You like corkscrew that in there somehow, and I don't know how you
Yeah,
did
I
that. So guys, yeah, definitely share it. We do have a lot of stuff we're trying to give away. We have a few things up there. I believe there's some socks, Deadpool socks, Dragon Ball Z notebook, Spider-Man figurine is up there. I think it's a diecast series.
Nice.
There's a couple things, so you get to choose from what you want. But make sure you guys just share that post. That's all you gotta do. Like and share. That's it. And I do want to thank. We have, like I said, our new people here. So do want to thank you for coming on to the show, guys. I'm loving that you're here. I hope you guys keep coming back. I always like having more people here. I think Robert doesn't like sharing the spotlight sometimes, but it's okay. But on that note, guys, everyone, thank you for watching and stay geeky, guys.